so many freshmen on the floor for both teams. And Long Beach has 2 starters tonight that haven't played all year because of injury. This is a brand new lineup, and I kind of like it. I think they have some punch here and there. Let's see what happens.
It's Noreen Yosia at the service line for the Rainbow Wahine to get things started. She will be one of the 2 setters you'll see in their 6-2 system as the jump spin serve gets underway. Kashana Williams starts things off with a kill through the seam. Right away they go to Williams.
Shauna passed it. They're serving her, trying to get her out of the game, take her out of the offense, and she didn't pass it well, but she sure hit it well.
Yeah, and that's one of the focuses for Williams, getting the all-around back together. She's starting to pass better, says Joy McKenzie-Ferber.
Yes. By the way, you know, the Hawaii team is such an unusual lineup. They run a 6-2, meaning there's always going to be 3 hitters in the front row. But what's even more unusual is that they sub the setters for their middle blockers, which is a rare thing to do.
And now the right side hitters, I can't call them opposites because they're not opposite of the setter, as there's an example of the one that is opposite the setter right now, Amber Igidi, one of the middle blockers. She is paired up right now with Noreen Yosia, something you don't see as much.
No, she's a freshman from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Igidi has just been sensational for the team this year.
The Beach come to the right side, and that is Katie Kennedy with the tip, picked up easily by Hawaii. Almost a good pickup by Hayward, or Harward, I should say, but a kill for Hawaii. They're up by 2.
Right now, Long Beach is anxious. Hawaii is hitting out of the back row. Now, Hawaii, what else is unusual is they don't always use a libero. Sometimes they just keep all their hitters in and don't use the libero at all.
And right now, the libero just put a serve over and in, and a good one, as Aichidi is able to take advantage with the overpass kill.
And Hawaii is playing Hawaii volleyball. The control is good. They're not making errors. They're taking advantage of opportunities, and they look really strong.
That was a look from Igidi getting the finish, but Rika Okino, the libero for Hawaii, has been serving well. And there's the block, one of the best in the nation. Top 10, Igidi and Hannah Helvig there for the double block. Timeout called by Long Beach State. Hawaii up by 4. And that Coach Joy is talking about.
Well, right away, they in that timeout, she just did it quickly to get them to calm down and relax. Long Beach has not passed the ball at all. The adjustment she made is she had 3 passers deep, and now she has 2 passers deep, so that the outside hitter is free to move. So there's only 2 passers.
They do that for float serves, and it doesn't work that time. Rika Okino with an ace.
Okino is just serving every ball. And now Joy makes an adjustment again. She makes the sub and just going to try to pass with 2 again. Put Nelson in first time this year, and she is going to try to pass here, get him out of trouble.
Another good serve, but a good pass this time for the Beach. Outside for Williams. She goes line.
With a good pass, Long Beach is got a lot of firepower. But right now they are not passing the ball. They must get control. Hawaii, on the other hand, is playing Hawaii volleyball. Very steady, very smooth.
And there's a bad pass on the Hawaii side, but it works out. Give the kill to Brooke Van Sickle, and she's not happy with herself for the overpass, but she'll get the kill anyway.
You have to make the other team pay. That was just a player who hadn't played all year, got nervous on the overpass, and that hurt them.
Helvig with the serve as the Beach come with the attack, and Miranda Cañas hasn't played too much this year, only 7 matches. She's been dealing with some injuries. The transfer from Southern Utah gets her first kill.
Yeah, and that's a big weapon for Long Beach State, the ability to have a good hitter hit off one leg. Watch her go off one leg. The highest hitting percentage of any ball in women's volleyball is that one leg attack.
Now Kashana Williams rotates to the back row. She has to serve, and a good one. Overpass for Kanyas. She lets it go over her head. Opportunity for Hawaii. Good dig by Harward just to keep it alive. Now another free ball. Second setter in Okino. Good dig by Williams. The Beach with a little miscommunication, and the ball goes into the net. That was just a little bit of an experience situation there for the Beach, wasn't it?
Yeah, Long Beach is just, there's too many players right now that haven't played. They're suffering from their inexperience, and they're just not playing very well.
And now they've made the switch on the Hawaii side.
Yeah, Hawaii looks very, very strong. Their block is on time.
As Bailey Choi sends it over, she's now going to take on the setting duties for the team, although she takes the first ball there. So it's Okino to Van Sickle off the double block. Almost a good pancake by Harward, but Van Sickle with her kill, the 5'9" redshirt junior from Battleground, Washington. She's a transfer, one of the 3 transfers from Oregon University. Van Sickle looks like she plays bigger than 5'9".
She's a very good player. She could play libero, she could play outside, she could pass. And look at how she hit. That was not a mistake hit. That ball was hit off the block on purpose. Very good player. And Hawaii really benefited from the 3 Oregon transfers.
And now we have a challenge. Hawaii with the point and the serve in Bailey Choi.
If Long Beach passes here, Hawaii's got a small block, but they've got to pass, and they didn't again.
Good joust at the net, though. Won by Agner Swayze, the setter.
A lot of times the ball's just over the top of the net. It doesn't matter how high you jump. You know, it just matters who touches the ball last. And that was just over the top of the net. Great timing, great penetration on the block, and scored.
Now Hawaii having trouble with the pass. Back row set for Helvig. She gets the kill anyway. What a weapon.
Yeah, what a nice player. Smooth, only a freshman. Hawaii's got 3 freshman starters. They look very strong.
Speaking of a freshman, as we take a look at that last play again, Helvig just elevating in the back row, too much for Williams to handle. Wagoner served that ball across as Avery Nelson sent her first shot over. Now the sequence continues with the middle set to Skylar Williams. She's roofed. That's Ari Shua, 6'4" senior from Nanjing, China.
Ari Shua, I actually recruited and got the chance to coach her. Delightful person, very good athlete, 6'4", and jumps well, and got right in front of her hitter and blocked the ball.
Second setter in Harward. Off balance was Williams, so now Hawaii with a good opportunity, and Helvig again.
You don't see many freshmen who can hit a ball against a double block out of the back row 2 times in a row. The one before that was even more difficult, and both times she hit the ball hard and around the block. They knew it was coming, couldn't stop her.
Serve targeting Williams, a good pass there. Shua gets dug up by Choi. Helvig through the block. She's rotated to the front row, and now she's on the right side. Even more of a weapon there.
Well, the reason she's rotating to the right, she usually plays on the left, and she's playing to the right to match up blocking. So they want her to block the outside hitter. They're going back here.
That's Katie Kennedy, dug up initially, and Nelson takes advantage. Avery Nelson, this is her first match of the year. 6'1" junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Has not played yet this year due to injury. She came back this week to practice, and apparently she's ready to go.
I'm glad I think she needed some confidence, and that overpass gave her a little confidence.
Here comes Hawaii with Helvig. Just feed the hot hand as Williams now tries to answer but sends it long.
You can't miss that ball. The chances of scoring on that ball are so much greater for the other team. meaning if you hit it, your chances of scoring, the other team is probably going to score. So you have to keep it in bounds.
And that's just something to develop for a young sophomore in Williams.
There's no question. You can't miss that ball because most likely it's going to be a real hard ball to score.
Now Noreen Yosia comes back in to the service line, gets an ace right away.
What an unselfish player Noreen is. She's a senior. She was a great setter all the way around the court as a freshman and sophomore. Could be setting some records. And she gave up that position to be able to set and get her out of the game for someone else's opportunity to play. Amazing player. Last year they needed her to hit, and so she sat in the back row and hit in the front row. This year she's setting, and look at those serves, and that was a beautiful set. What a great unselfish player.
Two-time All Big West first teamer is Yosia, and she serves again. Middle, and that's Shua.
Down the middle, point.
So Ari Shua, 2.12 kills per set, and her hitting percentage for a middle blocker a little low at 277.
Yeah, it's not high enough. But if they pass like that, if Long Beach's passes like that, they have a lot of firepower.
And there's a first look and the first kill for McKenna Ross.
Boy, Hawaii keeps coming through with different players. McKenna, nice hit. Now out of the back row for the libero.
And we were talking with Coach Robin Amo about how many players she uses throughout a match, and she says she just feels it. She doesn't hesitate, but she just feels when it's a good time to bring a new player in.
If you're on Hawaii, you better be ready because Robin may put you in. And like she said, the lineups is open. You play well, you're going to get a chance to play. Nice transition by Long Beach.
Yeah, Long Beach State trying to come back in this first set, and they bring in their serving specialist. That's Dylan De La Cruz, and she's done a solid job in the back row for them. De La Cruz, the Long Beach native, serves it just long, and that was the serve they needed.
Yeah, they're already making too many mistakes. Hawaii doesn't make many errors, and they never have. And if you're going to compound errors, make errors, and you're going to take yourself out of the game. Nice pass, good opportunity.
Kashana Williams with the hammer, and that's the potential almost each and every time she can get a set.
Every time every good pass so far, Long Beach has scored. Every bad pass so far, Hawaii has scored. Long Beach must pass the ball to be successful.
Williams, one of the better athletes in the entire country. She's averaging almost over four kills a set. Van Sickle goes off the double block. Second setter in Harwood. Dug up by Helvey. Outside to Van Sickle again. Roll shot. She's got a bunch of soft off-speed shots in her arsenal, and she uses the roll there.
Long Beach can't let that happen. The dig was off the net. It was an obvious outside set, and Long Beach was confused in their defense. Right back should have had that ball. She was up, hesitated, caused hesitation on left front. Ball falls. That's an opportunity wasted.
Here's a look at Bailey Choi, already with a good service run earlier in this set. Goes deep to the Long Beach back line and gets the overpass opportunity to her teammate, Riley Wagoner, who takes advantage with the joust.
Bailey Choi is another senior setter and has done a great job for them. She said, you know what's interesting is each one of them have about the same in number, almost exactly the same number of.
Baylor match in the Baylor tournament just recently. She was not happy about them getting swept. I think they had the second set. They were up by 7 as much as.
Yeah, it was on the road, which is tough. And again, they're their best hitter short. They're playing this well without their best hitter.
And Jolie Rasmussen did not make the trip. Play goes on out of the timeout. Helvig gets dug up on the other side. Nelson gets dug up by Hawaii, and Hawaii can't take advantage. Soft shot over the back line and out of bounds. How about the dig by Nicole Hoff on the beach?
Nicole Hoff, actually, She was a high school player of the year in Arizona as a libero, and she's a freshman. I actually recruited her when she was a freshman in high school.
Yeah,
she's a really good libero, but it takes a little time for adjustment.
Yeah, prep volleyball All-American is Hoff as Wagner able to shape one in deep corner.
Very smart hit, very smart cross court. Long Beach has done nothing to put pressure on Hawaii. They've hurt themselves and they put no pressure. They take the crowd out of the game and they've not been able to do anything to put the pressure on Hawaii.
Outside for Nelson, she's blocked back, but picked up initially. Williams with the snap down over pass kill.
Skylar Williams is hitting almost 400 for the season, which a good middle blocker should. And she's from right up the street here in Bellflower, and she has done really well. What an improved player.
Talk about middles. There's Ari Shua. How important on both sides are the middle blockers?
Oh, the middle, if you can establish the middle, it's almost like football. Watch this hit. Yeah, great hit by Erie. Give her an opportunity, she'll score. But it's almost like football, developing a running game.
Right.
And if you can develop your middle, everything else opens up. In football, you develop a running game, passing opens up. In volleyball, if you can have a real thread in the middle, then your outsides open up.
Brooke Van Sickle puts her serve into the net. It hit the tape, didn't trickle over. Long Beach State, if they have to make a run, they make it now.
That's the first service error for Hawaii. And the difference in this match really has been the poor passing by Long Beach. They're not getting aced. They've been aced a couple times, and mostly the difference has been the passing.
Jade Wascombe comes in to serve. Skylar Williams answers going crossbody.
Perfect pass. Your middle is open. She saw the block and hit it right. She saw the block and hit it past the block to the left. Watch her here. Watch her see it. And she hits it just to the left of the block. Block's in front of her. She cuts across their body to score.
You know, the connection has seemed pretty smooth right now between Choi and Williams, and right now it's Noreen Yosia at the service line and Amber Igidi in the middle.
Yep.
That's normally not the pairing for this squad. It's normally the other way around with Yosia and Williams because they played last season. Right now we're getting a good look at a connection forming.
Yeah, that's Robin at her best, figuring out what's developing, what's working.
There's a good connection for the middle blocker, and Ari Shua. Of course, the ball went across the net for her. She was able to get the snap down kill. Now she goes to the back line to serve.
Again, Ari, same play as before. It's called, Long Beach calls that a B set. It's about 2 meters behind the setter. It's a 2-leg takeoff, and it's a short but not quick set. About a second tempo, about 2 meters over the net, the set is.
Out of system is Hawaii, goes into the net, and they're gonna say out of bounds off of Long Beach State, so the block actually touched it. Point Hawaii.
I think that was Wagner who used the block. There was no room to use that. And Wagner went up, that ball was right on top of the net. That's a very sophisticated, advanced move to take a ball off a block that's on top of the net.
Williams.
Kashana Williams on the left.
It's too easy for Kashana Williams when she gets a set outside like that.
If they have ball control and she doesn't, she has a moving block. She scored every single time. They've got to control the ball.
It's set point right now. De La Cruz in to serve for the Beach. Hawaii out of system already. Off the antenna goes Helvig. That's point Beach again.
Point Long Beach.
That's a rare mistake. Just couldn't quite get to the set.
That was Helvig's first hitting error. As Okino passes it near the net, out of system is Hawaii. Good opportunity for the Beach. Williams again, through the seam, on the line.
Again, a controlled ball. So the middle blocker had to hesitate and couldn't go outside and put up a big double block. She scores one. She has scored every time in that scenario.
De La Cruz with a good run, but she puts it into the net, and that is how the first set ends. Hawaii cruising in the first set. They're up 1-0, 25-16. Brian, you coach so many of these great players and great teams. What do you think about developing players?
Well, what do I think about developing them?
Yeah.
Well, that was our key. We got a lot of really great athletes. Some of them are here tonight. We have Taiba Hanif here, 3-time All-American. Alexis Crimes is here, was a 4-time All-American and played with the national team. Taiba's 3-time Olympian. I hope I said that right. Several other national championship players and All-Americans. And the key is get a player who has strong character and wants to work hard and is a good athlete, and you can do amazing things. And Hawaii's done the same thing. Dave Shoji was masterful at that, and I hope that I did well with that myself.
Yeah, Hawaii on their bench, of course, Robin Amo and Angelica Ljungqvist. As the right side set goes to Katie Kennedy, overpass opportunity for Williams. Gets dug up by Okino initially, sent over by Okino after the great hustle by Yosia. Shuon, though, takes advantage.
This all started, this set started with Long Beach putting a little pressure on Hawaii. And Kashana with a big block to start this game on Hannah. Now Erie just can score. That ball might have been touched, otherwise it was out.
Now Shuo goes back to serve. Believe it or not, this is their point rotation. Overpass opportunity taken advantage of by Hannah Helvig.
You can't take an easy ball and overpass it. And you know, one of the surprises for Long Beach State this year has been Kennedy, who overpassed that ball. She's been great all year as a freshman. She's playing right side tonight, but you haven't heard much from her. She's got to get in the game. Here she is.
Kennedy is blocked by Wagner and Igidi. By the way, Amber Igidi, she's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And last time Hawaii had a player from Louisiana, speaking of great players, was Kim Willoughby, another first-team All-American.
Great. Kim was a great player, and there were great teams with Kim on it. I was lucky enough here at Long Beach to have the other Baton Rouge, Louisiana player, which was Danielle Scott,
Yes.
Player of the Year, and the first woman that was a 5-time Olympian. And Kim and Danielle represent the state well.
Right side for Wagner. Good up by Dylan De La Cruz.
Nice
Now
control here. They're in control.
Tip by Van Sickle. Good diving effort by De La Cruz. Double contact called on Long Beach State.
I didn't see that.
Might have been in just the fracas that was caused by the tip by Van Sickle.
Oh, all right. All right.
But I'm not sure if I saw that either.
Again, it's a wrong time to make a mistake. Long Beach has got, they're making good plays. Hawaii keeps the ball in control. Let's see, great up, beautiful play by Haley Harwood right here. And what was the throw, right? There? Oh, I guess that's the call.
Slide with Miranda Kanyes. She gets her second kill.
For Long Beach, the older players now have to steady the ship, because the new players need to get confident and feel they have the support of the others.
You know, correction, that was the 4th kill for Kanyes. No, she was top 10 in the Big Sky Conference in blocking and hitting percentage. Kanyes, a transfer from Southern Utah, as the serve goes long from the beach.
Again, you tie the score. There's a cardinal rule. You do not miss the serve when the score is tied. When you finally come back, you're finally in the game. You have to find a seam. You have to find some place to hit. Long Beach got off the hook. Now's the time. If Long Beach is going to make a play for this match, it's now. It's now. Hawaii's not playing as well as they did. Now you've got to be able to score some points if they're going to have a chance.
And here comes maybe their best server, Haley Harward. Williams, though, with the off speed, almost floating it over everybody and hitting the back line.
That was not only a great pass, it was a great set. I mean, watch this set, watch this set. Flying this way, turning her head, her chest toward the net, side setting a quick set. What a set.
That was Bailey Choi with that one. Hawaii saying they didn't touch it on the block, and the call is made. 4 touches called on the beach. But yeah, going back to Bailey Choi, transferred from Utah, and one of the reasons you would say she comes back to Hawaii is because she was born and raised there, went to Iolani High School, was a player of the year in Hawaii in high school.
Well, that's any indication she's pretty darn good.
Good swing from Avery Nelson. Goes through the block there, and she's a 2-time regional player of the year herself. Went to Laramie County Community College, and she's a good pickup for Joy McKenzie, Furbringer and company.
Yeah, she has good experience. That was, as you said, Matt, a really nice swing. Her wrist was so good, turned the ball off the block. Long Beach is acting defeated right now, and it's not a good sign. I'll give you an example. They hit a ball off the block just then that actually didn't clear, but the refs didn't call it. They thought it was blocked. They let it, and Long Beach stopped. That's not a good sign. They have to start fighting here.
Well, as a coach, what do you do to maybe pick up their spirits?
Well, that happens in practice, and you got to. See, this is typical. They got down and they're compounding errors. Because when you get down, you lose focus, you make a mistake. Young players tend to compound errors. And now we're going to go down the line, if she can, with this serve. She's going to try to serve her right down the line.
There it is. Yosia went more seam that one.
Did that curve. She didn't want to.
Good set to Helvig. Dug up by Agnes Swayze. So the second set in Harward. Blocked as Nelson by Helvig and Igidi. Hawaii is just rolling.